Hey everybody, it's Hades846. Welcome back to more LEGO Indiana Jones, the original adventures. In the last episode, I showed you around this place. I showed you that artifact room. I showed you some of the cool stuff. Yeah, I showed you over the controls and other stuff, all the characters. Also, I told you about how you can be able to unlock Han Solo, but I don't really want to go over that, because the main point about this Let's Play is just going through all the levels. Okay, so, in this episode, we're gonna start on it with LEGO Raiders of the Lost Ark. You can see that everything is complete. These are the level things. The red lines indicate that this is by plane. The black lines indicated that you're walking. So either way, let's get started. I'm going to be doing replay story. So either way, let's just get started. And it has this awesome Indiana Jones thing. Oh, South America, 1936. Now, what really bothers me that in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, it says Shanghai 1935. That means that Temple of Doom must have been a prequel, because that was in 1935, and this is in 1936. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Don't you think? I also like how it's basically making fun of how India is just constantly keeping his face in the shadows, which is actually not really making fun of. It actually happened in Raiders of the Lost Ark. You didn't see his face until a little bit later. What's so funny, bitch? Oh my god, it's a face! Batman must be nearby. Hello, Indy. You're awesome. Now, unfortunately, like the new LEGO games, like LEGO Batman 2, LEGO Lord of the Rings, and LEGO City Undercover, where they all have forms of dialogue, they can actually speak, which wasn't invented until 2012. This one was made in somewhere around the other past 2000, like somewhere in 2006 or something, and it didn't have dialogue. It actually started out with LEGO Star Wars, and it didn't have any dialogue. So for now, try not to be bothered by that there's no LEGO dialogue in here, but that's fine. Either way, as I said in the last video, going over the controls, I went over the controls for Indy. This guy is Satipo, which is that one henchman guy, also known as Alfred Molina in the movie. He only got like about a few lines, and then he died. He died from his unparalleled things. He has a shovel, and if you go over to spots where it's basically shiny and stuff, if you hold down C, you can be able to dig stuff up. And as you saw right there, it said 1 of 3. That means there's 3 of these statues, but we really don't need them. What the? Never saw that there. Yeah, so, we're also going to be introduced to a new mechanic that'll be very helpful in here. Of course, here we have building blocks. As I said in LEGO Batman 2, if you hold down Z, then you can instantly be able to build all those pieces. It's kind of like building real Legos. This is a thing. You're gonna have to watch it. You're gonna have to watch out for that thing, but if you punch it, instead of shooting arrows, it'll shoot us money. Now here, this is an orange pad, or at least a brown and orange pad. If you press Z with Indy, you can be able to swing with your whip, which is actually pretty cool. But in LEGO Indiana Jones 2, they had to ruin that by basically making you hold down B and aim at the target. But here, this is much better, because it's plain and simple. And, of course, we need to have our second guy. We can't leave the guy, so we have to make him come with us. Here, all you have to do is just pick this thing up by pressing Z, and then place it on the green stuff, which is where it's supposed to go. There will always be an arrow on where it's supposed to go, so either way, you can go across this bridge. You're going to want to be careful. This is the location for the second gold thing. I don't really... Oh, you want to be careful here, because this is a death trap. This is a death... I died before I could even punch it. You can actually punch the spikes that are there. But for me, it was really embarrassing. Here, yeah, as I said before, you can be able to do this. All you gotta do, and if you see like these orange things, you can be able to press on. You can be able to, all you have to do is just go up to them and just push down. Then, once you push on the button, oh, this isn't one of those things, because sometimes you have to have your character, your second character, press the button at the same time. We'll be getting into that later. Here we have a boat. Unfortunately, Indy cannot ride the boat, because only Satipo can ride the boat. Behind that caged area right there is a secret place where you could be able to get like a mini kit or something, so it's kind of weird. Okay, so here we are. There's the entrance to the temple, the most famous place in the whole Indiana Jones franchise. And it's actually my favorite place in the Indiana Jones franchise. You're going to want to be careful, as you saw that back there was like some spiders. And you also want to be careful here, because if you get... Where do giant spiders fit into Indiana Jones? That wasn't established until Crystal Skull. And either way, those weren't giant spiders. They were just really... what did Indiana Jones describe it as? Big damn ants? Yeah, that's what it's described as. You're going to want to be careful, because these spiders are really annoying. Either way, all you have to do is just pull on those vines, and then we can enter. Hey, this doesn't look anything like the temple in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Well, this is a LEGO rendition, so you can't complain. Here, this is a little bit of a trickery, because you're going to need to have your guy basically go over here. All you have to do is just place this box on that green button, and then you have to do this. Sometimes I like to joke around and basically kill them on purpose. But no, we're not here to kill them on purpose. We're here to make them succeed. We're here to win! As you see down there, there's a little key, there's a little thing down there, which looks kind of like a lever, but actually it isn't. This is a key thing. Sometimes you're going to have to find a gold key and put it in here, then you have to hold down Z, and then something awesome will happen. Not only can your, these orange spots be used as a whip thing where you can swing across, it can also be used for switch things. But who am I to judge that? Behind here, this is actually a location for one of those artifacts things. Later, it's actually changed to mini kits, which is kind of lame, because here I know it as artifacts. You're gonna want to be careful here, because these falling planks will kill you, obviously, because they're falling planks. Ah, yes, the famous scene. Oh, yes, one of the coolest scenes in Indiana Jones, where basically you step on this thing, an arrow will shoot out. But here, look at the skull. Look at its eyes. It's just really weird. But here, all you have to do is just step on the darker gray and not on the lighter gray, because if you do, you are screwed. And as Indiana Jones tradition, I survived. Now you're gonna want to be careful, because there's a spider coming in right about... Whoa, that spike almost cured me in the balls! Holy crap. Yeah, you want to be careful about that. If you go over here, you can easily see that there is a metal thing over there. I will tell you on how to destroy that thing. Here we have a key, which you have to wait for it to drop and wait for it to shine. And then you gotta put it over here. And then you have to hold down Z, and then it'll instantly do this. Now, over at that metal barred gate is actually the location of one of the Star Wars characters that you need to find in order to be able to unlock Han Solo. Either way, let's witness the famous scene in Indiana Jones. The most famous scene, at least. The famous scene where Indy is having trouble trying to be able to pick up the darn idol. Just pick it already! It's that simple! Just pick it up! But, nope, we have to do this. Nope. This'll work. Ha! Say something. You have mouths, so what's the point? And of course it doesn't work, which is resulting in the entire place falling apart. Now, all you have to do is just jump across these platforms and then get over here. Now, this part was never in Indiana Jones, so I have no idea why they're playing this. And this track is actually not from Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's actually from Last Crusade. You're going to want to be careful and run away from the evil statue! Ah! You're going to have to jump over here. And two of your guys are going to have to pull on this thing. And you're gonna have to wait for an idol to drop, and then it'll instantly break down the door, which we can do. And of course, now we have to experience the famous scene in one of the most famous scenes in Indiana Jones, running away from the boulder. Now, actually, if you fail, there will be a completely different scene where basically Indiana Jones and Satipo get like flat, and it's kind of, come on, shit. Oh wait, can I make it? Oh wait, can I make it? You're gonna want to be careful. Oh, I can make it! I can make it! Oh man, the first time I actually tried that, I actually died a few times, and I also got squished, which was embarrassing. Okay, now I think that this scene is unfair. I go with the diamonds, because diamonds are worth more than gold. I totally go with the rubber ducky. Fourth wall! Oh my god, the fourth wall! They totally know about Star Wars. Even though there are many references to Star Wars, because George Lucas worked on Indiana Jones, so yeah, everybody knows that. And there are tons of Star Wars reference in Indiana Jones. References, yeah. There are tons of Star Wars references in Indiana Jones. There's Club Obi-Wan in Temple of Doom. Now, if you actually look close now, in Raiders of the Lost Ark, when Indy is in that temple trying to get the Ark of the Covenant out, he will, if you notice in the background, there is a hieroglyphic that actually looks like a picture of C-3PO and R2-D2, which is kind of weird, or at least just R2-D2. Here we have some Jovitos. Now, we can actually pick up their weapons. Watch this. Check this out. Bam! You're dead. Now, it took me a long time to be able to find the other artifact, but it's right there. Either way, it's kind of pointless. Now we have Jock, who's that pilot from Raiders of the Lost Ark, who helped Indy. Here we have now, this is the mechanic of basically getting stuff and then putting it together. Now, as you can see, Jock has a wrench on his back. Now, we're getting into the mechanic of LEGO characters fixing things, because Jock is one of the most important characters that you're going to need, or at least the people who can fix it. All I have to do is just put it together, and there you go. Now, let's end this off. Let's do it. I wish I can explain the whole mechanic of fixing things with a wrench. I wish I could explain it more, but not right now. Oh my god, it's a snake! I hate snakes, Jock. I hate them. Oh yeah, that was awesome. That was the Lost Temple. As you can see, I'm already at 4 billion studs because I basically collected a lot of crap. I think we're going to end things off here. So, next time on LEGO Indiana Jones, The Original Adventures, we're going to continue on and try and see if we can get through Raiders of the Lost Ark. See you guys then.